Hello, this is Colin Woolf. I prepared this video to show you how I paint woodcock using a woodcock's feather. More details can be found on my website www.wildart.co.uk and also in this book, Woodcock and Pin Feather Painting, which is also available on the website. Painting with feathers was popular in the early Victorian era, when watercolour brushes were not as good as they are now. The only suitable instrument for creating a fine line was a woodcock's pin feather, which tapers to a very fine tip. But when and where this was first discovered, I really don't know. Woodcock are elusive little birds, related to waders, with a long beak for probing damp, soft ground. There is a resident population in Britain, but thousands more migrate here every autumn from Russia and Scandinavia. You'll be lucky to see one. They're incredibly secretive, hiding away in the daytime and flying out at dusk to feed. Woodcock have the most beautiful plumage, cryptically patterned so that they're disguised among the leaves of a woodland fall. I've been painting with woodcock's pin feathers since 1991, when I was told about the technique by a gamekeeper in North Wales. Since then I've created many pin feather paintings, mostly of birds in flight, but some paintings also show them feeding by the banks of streams. Woodcock are special for many reasons, but they have one incredible ability that very few people have actually seen. They will carry their babies in flight. One reason may be that they are taking them out of danger if they're threatened, or simply to transfer them to a better feeding ground. I believe I might have glimpsed this once in the New Forest in the early 1970s, and this painting shows clearly the baby clutched by the adult's feet. Here you can see I'm working using sepia watercolour to create this painting of a woodcock carrying its baby. I mount the feather in a specially made holder, as it has to be gripped very firmly. Using a feather as a brush is never easy. Each one behaves completely differently, and after using them for over 20 years I still have no way of knowing beforehand if a feather will be any good or not. In fact, some of them are really surprising, and this picture would not have been so successful using a different feather. Although the tip is very fine, and it is very fiddly to use, it seems ideally suited to creating the bracken on the forest floor. I only ever use one feather to complete a painting, and that feather is then slipped into the watercolour paper near my signature at the bottom. Each painting takes several days to complete, and the task is made much harder as the feather wears down all the time it is being used. For this reason, it would be very difficult to use anything other than watercolour. I have decided to release this painting as a single limited edition print of only 200 copies worldwide. I will also donate some of the proceeds towards woodcock research. The print is called The Secret, and if you would like to find out more or purchase a copy, please visit my website www.wildart.co.uk. You can also follow me on Twitter or like me on Facebook. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. The image at the end of this video shows the completed picture, which is roughly A4 in size and is also available framed.